Yeah, I had a 6-month-old baby. I was super duper poor. We were super duper poor, and there was no way that I could afford a boot camp. What's up, it's me, and I'm back with another video. This time I want to talk about my coding journey, how I started coding, how this even came about, and things like that. So I'm just going to get right into it. Hey, before you keep watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and while you're there, smash that like button too. I'ma wait. Okay, good. Oh, one more thing, turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss when I post. Okay, now enjoy the video. So about my son was like 6 months old, I went to the library because I'm very big on education. So I was going to the library and I got a couple books so I can read to myself, so I can also read with him. And I found a book called Girls Who Code. So it was like a young adult book, and I was just reading it, and I just thought it was very interesting how coding works and what it is and what it can do and how the world thrives on it. So I was like, I was very intrigued by that. But at the time I was living in California. I had a 6-month-old baby. I was super duper poor. We were super duper poor, and there was no way that I could afford a boot camp. Like a UCLA boot camp was like 10 grand, and I didn't have that. And I was like, no financial aid, like what the heck. So anyway, so I just, I tried to even go back to school online because I'm a mom. I can get grants and I can practically go to, they'll practically pay me to go to school, but that fell through too. So I was like, you know what, whatever. So earlier in 2020, I know I wanted to release a blog. I was finally in a space where I was just ready to create again. I was feeling better mentally and physically. Having babies takes a toll on you. And so I was finally getting back to myself. So I was like, I want to create again. I want to launch a blog. So I launched a blog. At the time, I did not have a laptop. I was just using my husband's laptop. And so I came into some money and I got myself a laptop, but I bought a used one. So I bought a used laptop. It didn't work, so I had to return it. And when I returned it, me and my brother basically had a deal. My brother basically offered to pay for half of my laptop. So boom, we bought my laptop, and that was about in July. And so I was blogging on it, and I thought that was what I was going to use because I was going through a lot of things personally, and I just needed some income. So I was just grinding, trying to get it out the mud, and get to the bag. And so I was just blogging. That's what I thought I was going to be doing to bring in some income. And then like August, I get an opportunity to learn how to code for free. Like someone that was in the industry for like 30 years is trying to establish an online learning platform. So he needed some students to test it out. And so I got an opportunity to learn how to code for free. So we were meeting bi-weekly, getting things done. I was super excited, and I was just learning. So as time goes on and progressing, I stopped blogging because coding takes a lot of time and energy and focus, and I wanted to solely focus on that. I didn't even know that at the end of me completing the program, my teacher is tied to recruiters. I was just happy to learn how to code. I wasn't even thinking about employment. I wasn't thinking about any of that, making money off this. I just knew that this was a skill that I need to have because that's the direction that the world is going into. So that was exciting. So at the time, it was about 7 of us, and I knew some of them because we all are part of the same congregation. So I knew some of them, and as time went on, we were learning basic HTML, CSS. Then we moved on to JavaScript, and when we moved to JavaScript, the group kind of fell apart. They didn't like my teacher's teaching style. They just ultimately, for me, I just felt like they were uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. This is a new skill. It's going to get some use. You got to get used to it. You're not going to know everything. That's just it is what it is. It just comes with the territory. And so they all fell off one by one, and then it was just me. And I was determined at this point because, again, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a huge income opportunity. I can make bank, you know what I mean? Like, I can make money, bread, whatever. And so I was focused. Now when I saw the group fall apart, I was like, dang, I want to keep going. And my teacher was pretty much fed up because people weren't putting in the effort that he was requiring or that he was putting in. And he only gave himself a certain amount of time to be able to do this for free before he needs to start charging, because you know everyone has bills. For me, I just kept going. So I was like on him. I was super upset. I was like, you're giving up. What about me? Like, I've been consistent. I've been meeting the deadlines. And it's literally like I have been the only one excelling. Like, I was literally like, I was taking off, you know, like, cause I was super driven. I was ready. You know, this was like, yo, I can make money. I can really, this is life-changing income. And so I was all for it. And then so my teacher was like, okay, well, you can just learn how to code on free code camp. And I was like, okay. So I was teaching myself how to code. I was teaching myself JavaScript through free code camp. And once a week I would meet with my teacher and he would answer some questions, do a demonstration, and just do it like that. So it was very unique and very tailored to me. And I didn't know if I was learning anything. One thing that I learned while, you know, in my journey of being a programmer or being or coding, I learned that half the time, or if not majority of the time, you feel like you don't know what you're doing. And that's just where it was. You know, I didn't know how these conceptual problems applied to real life. I couldn't make the connection. I didn't know how. I know I'm learning these skills, but I didn't know for what purpose. And honestly, still right now, I still don't know how I want to utilize these skills. I just want to have them so I can, you know, maneuver in whatever way that I want to later on. So I was teaching myself how to code, and for like 3 months. And then he met these other guys who was learning Python. They went to FinTech, which is a coding program or boot camp through Columbia University. Yeah, like the Ivy Leagues. So I was super nervous when my teacher was like, hey, Nini, I want to roll you into that class. I think you would mesh well with the group dynamic. I think it would accelerate you. It would provide you support. I think this is what we need to do. But they're coding at a higher level and more time. And mind you, I'm a full-time mom. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and it's just me taking care of them right now. So I'm doing that, and I was coding at night, and I just had to, so he was basically saying I had to switch my schedule around. And I was coding like 3 hours a day before, when I was teaching myself. Now they're coding like 3 to 6 to 8 hours per day depending on the project. And I have kids. And I was like, you know what, I can make it work, because if there's a will, there's a way. My kids are on the schedule. I can figure it out. I can make it work. I want this opportunity. Like, I'll do whatever I need to do. So I meet the group, and it's going great. And I never done Python, because up to this point I was just learning JavaScript. And I told you, I didn't know if I was doing well. I didn't know where I was at, you know. So I was super nervous. These boys, well, these men, they've been together for like 8 months to a year in a group dynamics. They all went to the same coding boot camp. So here I am, the only woman, and I have no coding experience. So it was super nerve-wracking. I was super nervous. But I get in there and I'm killing it. Again, like, first time in Python. I understand the logic of the syntax is different in Python. So I was just doing it like that. So I was just... But again, I don't know how these things apply to me or what I want to do. But I'm so grateful to have these skills. So it's just super cool that literally I didn't even have a laptop this time last year, and then in August I got a great opportunity to learn how to code. And even though I was second guessing myself, I didn't know what I was doing, I was just pushing forward and being consistent. That has opened up so many doors for me. I just can't even believe it that I'm actually killing it, that I actually know what I'm doing. Well, I think for now, that I'm actually, like, I'm doing it. Like, this is some nerdy shit, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. Like, I'm so excited. That's my wild card, you know. That's my, oh, she's beautiful, oh, she blogs, she takes pictures, blah blah blah, but she's an engineer, you know. Like, I love that. Like, I just love that. I love when I can throw people off. People think they can put me in a box, but I'll break out the box every time. So I just wanted to come on here and just let you guys know how I even ended up here. If you clicked on the video, you want to know my story. So boom, there it is. So I'm going to keep documenting my journey. I'm going to keep doing code with me. I'm going to you know, just do whatever content I'm feeling just so you can see me grow. Maybe a recruiter out there see me, love me, want to hire me, offer me a good salary with benefits and all that. You never know what could come of it. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like this video, make sure you share this video, and make sure you comment. But definitely share this video, because I know there's a lot of black women engineers that are up and coming and want to hear someone or see someone that looks like them. So I'm happy to be that representation. I'm happy to be here. I love it here, and I love you guys. See ya. Mwah.